Hey everyone, happy Friday. Kathy back with Big Barn Blooms with another tutorial and another kit. Look what we're making today. This cute little picture with the cute little harvest turkey. So let me bring up my iPad. When you come on, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me know you can hear and see me, and we'll get going on this. Here we go. Alrighty. Danae, hey from Beaumont, Texas. Welcome in, Danae. Good to see you on again. Welcome, welcome. And Danae, volume, everything's good? Everything's working? My Wi-Fi's having no problems today. Say a little prayer for that. So, you guys, look what we're making. Is he not the cutest? So, this little picture, and yes, it's a kit, so it'll drop today. I'll list it as soon as I get off of here. What? Don't mind that, my little flower fell off. What the heck? Let's just put that little guy back on for good. Technical difficulties, you guys. It happens. Alright. Anyway, so there he is. Look at his cute little dangling feet in the front of the little picture there. Love this little picture. It does have a little bit of a design on it with a little French bee right there. And then we're going to create this. This is the perfect designer's design. Beginner's design. There goes my brain, you guys. So this is a great beginner's design, and this is a great kit to do with friends, you guys. Get your besties together and have a design night, I'm telling you. Or if you have kids or grandkids, this one is super easy. So, hope you get a kit. There is going to be a very limited number of these. I believe we will only have 4. Yeah, only 4. So, we're going to make one here today, so we will have 2 already made up that will be available to purchase the completed design. Alright, who else is on with me? Karen! Hey Karen, how are you? Yeah, I love this one. And then we've done a lot of Halloween. Yes, a lot of Halloween kits. And I've had people asking for fall. So this is the first fall kit. We have another one coming tomorrow. So a bunch of kits dropping right now, but it is that time of the year. So here we go. Let's make this guy. Super easy. You'll get everything you need in the kit. And before I forget, make sure you like this post. Share it if you can. I love your comments. Helps me out. And this complete tutorial will be moved over to my YouTube. So if you purchase the kit or you just want to try to make one on your own, it'll be available for you over there because we know that on this channel, they get deleted every 30 days. So if you haven't already, get on over to my YouTube channel, Big Barn Blooms, and subscribe. And there's a whole section of kits right there on that channel. Okay, here's the picture. It's so cute. So now you can really see the little French bee pattern on the front. So adorable. So when you get your kit, the foam will already be installed. Easy peasy, right? And you're going to get some moss and some moss pins. So let's put some moss on this first. And I've got my little moss pins. We just want to cover it. So it's a pretty airy design. And if we didn't cover this, you would absolutely see the foam. We don't want to do that. So, let's see. So we got Karen, we got Danae. I like it. Who else is on? Come on in and say hi, you guys. All right. So before I do that, look at the little turkey. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and glue him right on top. So he's all in there, ready to go. So let's take a little bit of glue. And then we will moss around him. We don't want to put the moss on first and then have a problem getting him to stick. That would not be good. So we'll just glue him on. And while he is curing there, we're going to go ahead and start mossing this. So cute. Love this little guy. Alright, so we're just going to add a little bit of this reindeer moss, which will also come in your kit. All the way around. Easy peasy. Gotta throw his little legs up over him so I can get the moss under him. Here we go. And I like to use moss pins versus gluing my moss on, because you tend to cover more area with the glue, and then it's harder to get your stems into the design once you've done that. So moss pins, you only need a few of them. They're very, very thin, so they don't take up much space on the foam, so they're kind of easy to work around. Easy peasy. All right. So I think that looks pretty good. One more in the back here, and we are ready to roll. And I like doing it in that order because then now my turkey had time to dry on top of that, and it's ready to go. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and clean up this moss. Here we go. Find your comments again. Danae's working on a fall basket design. Ooh, nice. You just took pictures of your fall candlelight arrangement. That sounds gorgeous. Danae, or Karen, is working on a pink Halloween arrangement. Karen, I love your pink Halloween. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I've got to get on my pink one of these days, right? So I thought we'd switch to a little bit of fall, and then we'll bounce back to Halloween. Because you can see back here, I got plenty of Halloween still waiting. All right, so we got this guy. The first thing I'm going to do, now that we have him placed, his legs are dangling there, is we're going to make a bow. So you'll end up with a ribbon to make your bow. Super simple bow. This is going to be a 4-loop bow, and you'll get a zip tie with that. And all we're going to do is you're going to leave a few inches for your first tail, like this. Let's pull off some ribbon so we're not fighting that roll. Bring the back side, this is the front, this is the back. Bring it around, make your little loop. These loops are small, so they're only total maybe 3.5 to 4 inches. It's a little bow because it's a little container. So we're going to go back and forth like that, bringing the wrong sides to the middle and then pinching. You can hold your little loops up and make sure they are the same height rather than having to measure the ribbon every time. And then we're going to go back and forth 2 times on each side doing that same method. Right like that. And then when you've gotten your last set of 2, there's 2 on each side like this. This you're going to pull a little more off, and that's going to be your second tail. And we're just going to cut it. And we'll put our ribbon aside. Okay. Then once we have that, that's basically your bow, but we need to secure it, right? So we have your bow. One tail is a little longer than the other. You can even them up if you want. Make it your own design, you guys. So this is just how I'm building it. We're going to take a zip tie, put it across the front. I put my nub right near the middle of that bow. I'm going to flip it over. The reason I put my nub close to the bow, you know, that little square portion where you feed the zip in, because then you're not chasing it all over your craft room. And your finger can hold it while you feed it. Don't worry about pushing your bow flat on the table. We're going to fluff it later anyway. You're going to zip it, but leave enough room so that we can get a piece of this grapevine wire through it. This is how we're going to put it into your design. And you'll get a piece of this in your kit. Okay, so we're going to feed that underneath. Once you have it evenly underneath the zip, so the same amount on each side of the zip tie, now zip it down all the way. Really, really easy. Then you can cut off the excess. Okay, so that's how it should look. Then we're going to put this back on the table, and we're going to actually take those pieces of grapevine wire and cross them to opposite sides of the bow. And we're doing that so we can get the first twist of these, because we're going to twist them like a bread tie. We want them as close to the ribbon as possible so they look like that. So we just kind of put that one over there, that one over there. Now we can bring them up and twist them. So if you start your twist like that, very, very low to the ribbon, you'll have less play in this bow when you put it into your arrangement. It won't be as floppy. So then we just twist it up like this. Like a bread tie, if you're old enough to remember what bread ties were. Those little twisties. So now you have that. Now, if you don't have a stemming machine, you'll see me reaching over here to use this machine. This is my machine. If you don't have this, you can take this, would actually push directly into this foam. It's very, very tough wire. Or you can use wooden picks that you can get at any craft store. Or you can also get them online. I have the stemming machine, so I went ahead and put a little spike on mine. Okay, then we're going to come over here on the arrangement. And I don't put this bow in horizontally. I put a little more vertically. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to fluff it a little bit. Just a little bit. And we'll get this into the arrangement. Make sure our bows are down, or our tails are down. So there's our little bow. And we are going to put it, so I'm not going to put it straight like this, okay? I'm going to actually tilt it up like this on the side. And that's how it's going to go into the container. I'm going to get that as far down into there as you can get it. And let me make sure, I don't think I hit the foam right. There we go. All the way in. Okay, and then we will play with the bow loops and the tails and everything a little later once we get a little bit more of the florals in. But so far, this is what you have. So you have your bow on the side, your turkey in the front, and we're ready to start adding the florals. Karen, that's awesome. I know a lot of people don't do Halloween, but it's actually a big seller for me. And the cutesy Halloween, right? We like the fun and cute Halloween. I don't do a lot of the scary stuff, so. Yeah, I couldn't live without this machine either, Karen. I mean, it is like, it makes life in the design world so easy. Okay, so we have that done. So let me talk about what you'll get in your kit. You'll get 2 of these little picks. We're going to cut these down. You're going to get 1 of these. These are the little sunflower picks. And it's actually a spray. You're going to get 1 little pumpkin to put in front. And then, of course, the ribbon, the moss, all the things. So it's a very simple, simple design, you guys. And it's so easy to do. So let's get on it. First thing we're going to do is take these and we're going to cut them down. So we're going to cut all the pieces off. Now these wires are actually strong enough to just put right on in, back on into the foam. But my suggestion would be, because it's easier, number 1, go get yourself a stemming machine. They're very expensive. If you can have the luxury of one of these machines, do it, because it'll change your life if you're into design. But if not, get the wooden picks, because they're a little bit stronger than these wires. But if you don't, you can try just adding a little glue and pushing these in. I'm going to be using my stemming machine. So you'll get 2 of these little bunches, and we'll just cut every single piece off of them. And then we're going to go ahead and add these to the design. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, there's some taller ones and some shorter ones. I'm going for the tall. I'm going to start in the back of this design. Now, it's pretty steep here. It's like more horizontal than vertical on this foam. So when you do this, if you're not adding any type of pick to this, you're going to put an angle on this stem like this. So you can put this into the foam and this will still stand straight up. I'm, however, first going to put my pick on. So put your little metal pick on, and then now I'm going to bend it and put a little bend like that. So now I can push it into the foam and the greenery will stand straight up, right like this. And I, of course, use this. I didn't earlier when I was making the prototype. Sliced my finger, breaking my own rules. So if you use your needle nose, you won't burn yourself or you won't slice yourself. Be kind to yourself. Okay, so there's the first little piece. Look how cute it just sticks up behind the turkey there. Easy. This is an easy design, you guys. Anyone can do it. I found a used one on Facebook in perfect condition. Barely used for 75 score. Gloria, I'm telling you. Yeah, always. And get multiples. So if you find a deal like that and then you find another one, buy it, okay? Because, hey, Elizabeth, hey, Jennifer, buy it. Have a backup because this one here is like over 40 years old. I've had it forever. And I'm telling you, every now and then it gets jammed. I have to take it all apart. I have to clean it. I use canned air, by the way. Get yourself canned air like they use on computers. See, my son is an IT guru, and he's like, you need canned air for that. I was like, you need canned air for that. Because before I was like, hair dryer, all the things, canned air works so good. Anyway, but if it gets jammed, have a backup, you guys, because it takes a bit to take all the picks out, clean it really good, put it all back together. So if you can find a deal like that and it works, my only suggestion has always been, if you buy it locally, like on Marketplace or something, bring some metal picks with you for it. Just go to Hobby Lobby or wherever, order some online, and have them with you in case they're out of picks. You can try the machine and make sure it doesn't jam. Because some of them, they get rid of them because they're toast. Absolutely toast. So, but I've heard a lot of you that find them like that, and that is wonderful because they're not cheap. They're like a little under 300 bucks. Okay, so we have this one there. We're going to come out to the side here, and we're going to do this again. We're just going to go around and fill in this area. So we've got this little guy here. Look how cute. So easy. Let's cut this one a little bit. Put my little bends in. Want some coming out by the little bow there. And this one I'm actually going to pull out. I think it's a little too long, so let's shorten it a little bit. I don't want it hanging out there by itself that big. So let's go in. There we go, because we want this to be the tallest and then it stair step down. So there's the first three. Look how nicely it's coming together. This is the design where between the turkey, the picture, this kind of foliage, it's easy. It all falls into place for you. Sometimes you get the right kind of greenery, flowers, whatever. It helps with the design. It makes it for you. You don't have to struggle with it. So this is a good one like that. That's why this makes it such a really good beginner design. Okay, we're going to come over here in the front now and start building the front out. So there's a little piece right there. Let's cut this one a little shorter. And we're just going around and filling this in. And then I need one by the bow. So we did the back of the bow. Let's do underneath and toward the front of the bow. Because we don't want the bow just hanging out by itself. This also helps the bow stand up a little more. You're not going to see the zip tie in the middle. See how just putting a little bit of that greenery coming out in front there. But we're not really covering up the picture. We're going to make sure the picture shows. It's so cute. You don't want to cover it completely. So, all right. So we've got that one. Let's fill in a little bit more. We just have 3 more pieces here. Let's see where we need them. I need one over here. Again, slight little bend. Right like that. I want a little piece there. Let's cut this one down. Let me look at my other one. Let's have a little piece come up over here by the turkey. So we're putting this right behind the sign that says harvest. So it's a little thicker on this side for him right here. And then we'll do the same with the other side. And then we'll be done with this ingredient. So over on this side, we need another little piece. So I'm going to come up right next to him. So we're going to come right here with this guy. Right to the right of the turkey. So is our needle nose. Don't slice your hand. It's not a good thing. And then we can fluff these out a little bit. They're bendable too, so if you want to make them droop a little bit more, make it your own. Bend them how you want them. It's just so adorable to have all this foliage, fall foliage, around this little turkey. So there's the filler done. How easy was that, right guys? Let me check your comments. Any questions yet? It's weird to do a design like this. It's predetermined because it's a kit, because I'm used to you guys making choices, right? So we're not doing a lot of choices right now. Elizabethon, Jennifer, hey Jennifer, Rita, hey Rita, Selena, hi. Pam, yes, I'll have it on replay. Thanks, Selena. Yeah, this is an easy peasy one. Okay, before we put these guys in, and yeah, we're gonna cut these down, we have this great little pumpkin. I'm gonna put mine on a pick. It has a little wire under it, but you can absolutely just cut the wire short, put some glue, and glue him right on the design. But just to make it a little more sturdy, I'm gonna put a middle pick on him. But it's really not necessary. It's probably overkill. And he's gonna go right down here in front of the turkey. Right in front. Like it's sitting right with him. Okay. So there's our little pumpkin installed. How easy is that? This would make such a good hostess gift too at Thanksgiving. Hey Karen, yes, I'll see you inside the barn at 4 o'clock. We have a great design planned. So here we are. Let's cut this down now. This is the same way. We cut it all the way down. And we're going to use the pieces. So we have five of these little guys to use. So let's line them up. We want the tallest in the back. Some are taller than others. So this is the tallest because I want it towering up in the back here. Same as the other one. I'm actually going to put that little bend in there. Put my pick on first, but you'll want to put the bend so that it'll face forward a little more. Because again, we don't have a piece of foam that jets out the back that you can go into horizontally. You've got to put it in vertically. So you want to put a little L on this. This bottom one I'm going to cut out because some of these little daisies don't have the hard wire, so it'll just stick straight out. So we don't want that, so we'll put that back in somewhere else. I'm also going to cut off the leaf because we don't need it, and we're going to go ahead and place this right in the back with our needle nose again. Oh, I got to find a piece of foam. The foam gets a little crowded toward the end, but don't despair, there's plenty of room. And then if you need to, you can give it another slight bend so it faces forward a little more. But look at how cute with the little flowers towering over that little turkey. Okay, so we have a few more of these to do. And we're just going to go around the back right now and place these in. They're super easy. Here's another one. Let's take off that leaf. The leaf will get in our way, and we're going to cut this a little shorter. Bend it forward a little bit, and then we'll put this over here on this side. Excuse me while I find a piece of available foam. Okay, so there that guy is sticking up. So cute with all these little flowers coming up. So festive. Okay, so now that we have those done, let's add some to the front. And I want a piece with the yellow flower coming right up front. We're going to do one on the right and one by the bow. So we're going to bend this forward a little bit too. And we're going to come right next to the turkey, right in front. right like that. So easy. Easy, easy, easy. Then we have another one for the bow. Okay, I'm going to cut this down a little bit more into 2 little pieces. These are super strong wires though. These you don't necessarily have to pick, but we are because we have the stemming machine. You can push them right into the foam. No problem whatsoever. Okay, so I like having a little one coming out the bow there, like that. Super simple. Then we have this one. And what I think I want to do, because I think we have enough coming up in the arrangement, let's go ahead and cut him off, and we'll glue him right next to the pumpkin. So add a little interest to the bottom of the design. So just a little glue on the back of this little guy, and I'm going to put him right behind the pumpkin. Right like that. Kind of fills that little area. You could see a little bit of moss pins. You could see a pick from one of the other flowers, so it kind of hides those mechanics. And we have one more. So let's do another one on the other side, a little further down. And we're going to put this down here. So sometimes it's nice to have some surprises coming right out of the foam. All right, guys, let's take a look at it. Can you believe that that's all it took to do the whole design? Look at that. And all the cute little things happening right around the turkey make it so adorable. And this would be such a great little gift. But what a great little project if you want to get together with some friends and do a craft project. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail these really quick. So which means, if you don't know how to dovetail a ribbon, take your piece of ribbon, put the edges, the outer edges together, so the folds in the center, both raw edges are to the side. Go from the raw edge up to the fold at an angle. When you pull it apart, you have a little tiny chevron there, or dovetail. And then on this side, I'll do the same thing, because it's all we need. Just a little bit of ribbon there. All right. I think we're good. I think we're done. How is that for a quick little easy design? What do you guys think? Oops, lost your comments. Whoops. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to find you again. It went away. So let's bring it back. Hold on. Here we are. Maybe I am having some technical difficulties today. Selena says she loves the little turkey, don't you? Isn't he so cute? His little sign says harvest. Alright guys, so that's it. This is it for the kit. I hope you guys love it. I'll have 2 of these available to purchase that are made up. And of course the kit. I'll have 4 kits. There they are. And the whole video will be moved over to YouTube shortly. So that's it, you guys. If you like this, please like the video. Please like, please share. Make sure that you're following my page and you're subscribing to my YouTube. If you are inside the barn, we are meeting at 4 o'clock today. Yes, for another tutorial. So we'll see you guys inside the barn. If you haven't joined yet, get in there and join. We've got some good stuff happening inside the barn. We meet 3 times a week on lives, and you get 2 pre-records a month. And right now it's only $30. The price is going to go up, so get in while you can, and then you'll lock in that price forever. So I'll put the link to that at the top of comments in this post when I'm done, or in this live. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. that's our little fall picture kit, and it is dropping today. All right, any more comments? You guys good? So we will see you guys later today if you're inside the barn, and if not, I have another kit dropping tomorrow. It is kit time. I'm getting it out there. So thanks for joining me today on this live. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Kathy with Big Barn Blooms. I like to take the fear out of floral design and make it fun. So I hope you guys had fun with this today, and I hope you're not afraid of doing a little picture because they're easy to do. Easy, easy. Selena, yes, I will see you inside the barn. So have a great day, you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.